our studio in Newport Beach, California. Welcome to another edition of the Chabdog Sports Talk Radio Show. Sometimes scattered, but always edgy. We're an authentic take on sports talk. Rated R. Chabdog brings you Eric, the Well Read, Frank, the Tank, Brian from Sports Rock, and special guests. We're here to talk sports. We're here to rant and vent. We're here to take it up another notch. Now here's your host, Chabdog.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Chabdog Sports Talk. We're on each Sunday from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Brought to you by Chabdog Law, serving Southern California's transactional and business legal needs, and we do estate planning. And also by Chabdog Sports Blog on Facebook. Check that out. Go to Facebook, type in Chabdog. You find the daily sports headlines that I put out there. And we're obviously right now mostly interested in football, pro football, college football. And how are you, Eric?
Hey,
here with Eric
Chabdog.
my co-host. How are you, Eric?
Hey, Chabdog. Greetings from Newport Beach.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's winter. Winter is approaching. This is the last gasp of fall, and not bad weather today. It's pretty nice.
Great football weather.
I don't know if you can go to the beach, but you can go outside.
Yeah, not quite a beach day, but it'll be a fine, sunny right now, but it's cool. It's in the 50s. We're going to warm up to the mid-60s today. A beautiful Southern California December day here, and it was a great day for football. And so you mentioned college. Did you watch a little college last night? Did you watch a little your alma mater last night?
UCLA. You're talking about UCLA's choke job against the USC. It happens like it's becoming an annual occurrence where they tease us with a win and then come back to reality. Usually their defense just collapsed, didn't it? And they were up 28-10, I think. Yeah, they had a massive lead at one point, but yeah, this is the vagaries of college football, and yeah, it's USC. It's a rivalry game. So now USC is sticking its chest out at 5-0 and expecting to get some national respect and recognition. So yeah, I don't know if I don't think they're a top 4 team. Maybe they'll I guess they'll be in the top 10, but
yeah, they're top 10, but they're not. They're not top 4.
Is that the last game of the year for them?
I do not know 100%, but that's quite possible. We're pretty late.
Because I don't know if they play one of the Pac-10, title playoff, whatever.
Yeah, there might be. There'll be that. That's right. This is the last regular season game right here, and then, who are they going to play? Utah, or I think Colorado lost yesterday as well. So
yeah, so
the Ducks have lost too. Everyone else has got 2 losses.
I think they play Washington.
Okay, well should be pretty straightforward. Oh
yeah. What's up?
Frank Fleming, joining us from Jersey.
Oh, we got Frank on. Nice to have Frank on.
Yeah, I don't have much time, but I'm on.
Well, Frank, first thing I want to do is congratulate you. I saw you on Twitter this morning, and when was the last time you were under 4 bills, dude?
I dipped under 4 bills maybe about 2 years ago, and then Then I sprung back over.
Well, congratulations. That's wonderful. It's great to see things, your new life, new job, new body.
You're kidding me. I'm getting ready to pull out of the spot, and someone is now parking around and he says that, you're going to need it.
Is he blocking you in? Are you getting cock-blocked right now?
Yeah. 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 Yep.
Now, did you really...
Come on, oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
You northern New Jersey people are so inconsiderate of each other.
You actually got landline.
You should have told me.
Yeah, you're in a laundry parking lot, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah. After a long process, someone took my clothes out to dry, said, I need this, sir. And then they called the cops, and they said, check your privilege.
Wow. Black people calling the cops on you for your dryer. Wow, that's, check your privilege, Tank. Jeez.
They said that we got the power now.
Well, let's see if they.
It wasn't black. It wasn't a black lady. It was someone else.
Okay. That was just a funny idea that if it were, but okay. Like, what could be a Latina or a Latinx?
And then I had somebody yell at me from my SUV. Soon you're not going to be able to drive that car. And he had his little smart car, and he had a thing on there. Jail only eaters.
Okay.
And he had a thing on there. AOC for Queen.
Steve McQueen. Yeah, that's right. You are driving a dinosaur vehicle there, that huge SUV. I guess it's not too politically correct to do in your neighborhood with AOC. You're in AOC's district. You're at least closer to it.
AOC, they have a thing on there. I got an email from someone said that I'm on AOC's enemies list. And they're going to make sure that I kill myself in 2021 because they got the power.
Oh, you're going to get... Oh, yeah, you could get suicided, by AOC's crew there. Yeah, it's no one's going to kill you, Tank. It's going to be a suicide, of course.
And they had Stephen Colbert going out there, going out there, you're right! You're right! And he had a thing on there. I actually drove by Stephen Colbert's house. He has a thing on there. Yeah, he has the big cross on the American flag.
Mm-hmm.
And the racist flag.
He has a cross on the American flag and says it's a racist flag. Our stars and stripes are racist.
You know, like the Ghostbuster symbol.
Oh yeah. Well, all I can say is, lucky he lives in America where he can get away with that. Any other country, he'd be in jail and forgotten. Tank, did you really bet Vanderbilt yesterday?
Yes, I did.
I mean, what were you? Again, you being politically correct because they have a female kicker, so you took them over Tennessee.
I only meant to bet $10 dollars.
And you really put 100 down?
Yes.
Oh, dude, they got boat raced. Geez, did you see that final score?
Tank, nobody votes on. Nobody picks Vanderbilt. Come on.
Vanderbilt's band and the football players performed Praise You.
I mean, dude, I wouldn't have put $10 on them, let alone 100. I mean, it was crazy to think they even had a chance.
One guy that tried to tackle a guy from Tennessee, and another guy from Tennessee, Vanderbilt, tried to come in there, and the two of them, one of them was trying to slow him down. The guy was from Tennessee was about to fall down, and the guys around him picked him up, dusted him off, and said, "Go off for a touchdown." And then at the end of the game, they were playing patty cake in the end zone.
Wow.
And then I had a $100 on a parlay. I could have won $500.
You lost because of because of nursery school games. Well, did you catch the end of the LSU Florida?
I have 5-team parlay, and I threw a shoe.
A shoe, yeah. That's what I heard. I heard the shoe tossing allowed LSU to get over on Florida at the end of the game. Did you hear that, Chabdog?
5 of my last 78 bets.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the shoe toss.
I was going to ask you about that ratio there because we've got a guest on the show later today who is a professional sports bettor. So you're 5-72 in your last 77 bets. Is that right, Tank?
Yeah.
That's fucking good, man. I mean, if somebody faded you faithfully, they have made a lot of money.
Yeah, you should just fade yourself, whatever it's called.
I did, and 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we saw it. But does Rutgers winning yesterday make you feel a little bit better?
Oh, yeah.
I can't bet Rutgers games in New Jersey.
No, but do you feel good when they win?
They pulled it out.
You don't?
I have total indifference on Rutgers. They always suck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Maryland sucks worse. Thank God they got Maryland.
So, Tank, you're playing my Dolphins are playing the Chiefs today. How do you break this one down? Have you thought about it?
Yeah, well,
Dolphins have no shot.
Really?
Dolphins have no shot.
Well, I give them a little more credit.
All three of the running backs are out.
Yeah, Gaskin's out.
You got
today.
2 injured. You got 2 injured, and now Miles Gaskin's got fucking COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, you don't need a running game. You got Tua, so so you don't have a running game. So what? You'll do it with Tua, right?
Well, if you were playing a team that could actually be beat, that might help.
Yeah, but KC's defense.
You're not playing the best team in football.
Well, overall, I mean, them and Pittsburgh are the two.
No, it's not even them. Pittsburgh was a paper tiger. We found that out Monday when they lost to the fucking Washington team. When did they lost?
Yeah, I took Pittsburgh there too.
The only bets I've won in the last 5 weeks, I picked Army over Navy.
Okay.
I got Ravens. I got the Ravens over the Cowboys, right?
Nice.
How about the Rams Patriots?
And a couple of ones that were right in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you pick the Rams?
Nope.
No. I didn't get that one either.
I got that one.
And I took Dallas over the Ravens. What a horrible choice, boy!
Oh,
talk about imploding.
The Rams last week. I took the Rams last week when they lost to the 49ers.
I know that does
that stings.
Your craw when they. Yeah, but.
By the way,
those things.
By the way, this year I am 0-12 in Vikings games.
Wow. So the Vikings are the new Lions? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
That's horrible.
I'm 2-8 in picking Falcon games.
Uh-huh. Well, all those choke jobs they've been doing, them and the Chargers this year. They're trying to out-choke each other.
I'm 0-5. I'm 0-5 in picking Michigan State games.
Yeah, they lost again yesterday to Penn State, the child molesters, so, oh well.
Yeah. But I picked them when I picked them again. I picked them against Ohio State to cover, and they got creamed.
Oh, massively. It was Ohio State by 21.5, and it wasn't even that close.
No, they were up by 28.5.
No, the spread. The line was 21.5 on the game, and Ohio State easily covered.
I picked Northwestern to beat Michigan State, and Michigan State won that game. I picked Michigan to beat Michigan State. Michigan State won that game.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, I hear that there's talk that they might keep Harbaugh. They might extend his contract. Can you believe that?
That will not make you unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't lose to Ohio State this year,
Chabdog, we have a new caller on. Area code 323. We have a new caller from the 323. Welcoming to the Chabdog Sports Talk Radio Show.
Another person calling in today to bang with Frank.
Yeah, I don't really have any time today, so I'm going to have to see you next week.
Okay.
I hate to do these hit and run, but I'm
Hey, it's just great to have you back on, Tank, and great to hear that you went 5-72 in your last 77 bets.
Great, Frank Fleming from Barstool Sports.
Formerly of the New Jersey court system, or Belleville, New Jersey. Thank you, Tank.
When I played blackjack, I lost 5 straight hands of blackjack, never played it again. And on each time, I hit on 12 and got a face card.
Hey, hard 12, bud. That's how it works. Yeah.
I mean, I'm the worst luck in the world. By the way, I never won even $1 off a scratch-off, and I must have played at least 300 scratch-offs.
Well, just think of all the schools you're funding by buying those lotto tickets.
Sounds like you'd probably be better advised to scratch your balls instead of scratching the scratch-off.
Do you know one time I went to a lottery store, and the person in back of me won the Mega Millions?
No.
And my card, my scratch, my quick draw was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which of course never will hit.
Yeah, they probably just bought a quick pick, but that's the closest. You're still closer than most people are to somebody who actually won the money, let alone winning it.
I played one hand of Texas Hold'em. I got a flush that ended with a king. Someone had a flush that ended with an ace.
Wow. Okay, this is starting. I'm starting to see a pattern here, Tank.
Bad luck. You are the Slomazzo. I'm sorry.
I'm the guy. I say I'm that guy from Bronx Tale to put in the closet in the bathroom, and I think I have to go to the bathroom now. So I'll see you guys next week.
The mush, Frankie the mush. Okay.
Yeah, next week. Yeah, tell us it's coming next week on the Chabdog Sports Talk Radio Show. We learn if it was a number 1 or a number 2.
All right, Frank. Well,
Thank
we're
you,
going
Tank.
to say goodbye to you, and we're going to welcome in.
We've got 2 new guests.
Who's on the line here? Trayvon?
This is Trey, a.k.a. The Great Wonder. I am here.
Yes. Nice to have you on. This is the first time we've had you on Chabdog Sports Talk. This is Trayvon Washington. It's great having you on. Are you on with your colleague Frank, the Frank the Tank?
Yeah, I made it. How you guys doing today?
Oh, okay. Well, so we lost Frank the Tank, and we got a different Frank the Tank.
That sounds like the wild tank right there, man.
Yeah. Well, he's getting smaller. He just weighed in this morning under 4 bills for the first time in 2 years. So
yeah,
he's literally a tank.
Yeah. He's
How much do you weigh? How much do you weigh, Frank?
I'm getting up there probably to like 180.
180.
Oh, 180.
Yeah, I'm not that bad.
Chabdog and I weigh more than you.
You're like half his weight, and then some.
Yeah.
Why do they call you the Tank?
My height doesn't help, though. I have to actually get it down.
Are you just like solid muscle? Is that why they call you that? I mean, you go into how you got that name.
Nah. Well, actually, it was a trip to Canada when I went to go visit some family, and we had like a little party. Well, they had a party, and they invited all of their friends and whatnot, and things got a little wild. And I just remember being carried and everybody screaming, "Frank the Tank, Frank the Tank."
Oh, because you got tanked up.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Oh, nice.
Ah.
Where were you in Canada, Frank?
The first time I went to Canada was Ottawa.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in Niagara Falls, and I lived in the area around Toronto there for many years, then moved out to Vancouver for a while before coming to the U.S. 14 years ago.
Yeah, it's really nice up there. People are really friendly up there.
Yeah, it's just cold. There's no palm trees.
Yeah, I never actually went during the winter season. I'm not that brave yet. I actually went for like the summer. Oh yeah, how was it?
I went to Quebec for New Year's Eve with my girlfriend at the time. It was ridiculously cold.
Yes.
It was so cold that we had Coke in the car, and we left it in there when we went into the hotel. And when the next morning we came out, it had exploded.
Wow.
It was so cold. And then I slipped on the ice in Montreal and broke my ribs. That was a lot of fun.
Wow. As long as it was worth it, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But I was getting laughed at when I broke my ribs. I thought that girl was kind of heartless.
Oh man,
it was funny though. Yeah, it was worth it. Yeah. Eric, he's my Canadian buddy, and what happened to you when you were born, Eric? They dropped you off of Niagara Falls and you hit your head, and that's why you're the way that you are, right?
Gee, that's the first time I've heard that story, but sure, I'll go with it.
No, Eric's brilliant. He knows how to fix cars. He's a financial wizard. He can produce radio shows. He's got a lot of talents.
Oh, Chabdog, you're making me blush, but I'm really excited today to have Frank and Trey Washington on here to discuss sports betting. Now, Trey, you heard the other Frank going off the line there when you were coming on, and we're not kidding. He's gone 5-72 in his last 77 bets. Do you have any? What kind of advice can you give to somebody on a streak like that?
Oh man! But first, right off the bat, I want to, for being frank, I want to say thanks for having me on the show. Really appreciate it. And let's talk some sports and sports betting. And all we're missing now is the virtual wings and beer.
Yes. Yeah, I got the wings.
For a streak like that, man, I don't know. It's better for somebody like that to just fade theirself. Whatever he's gonna bet. Like I learned this from a guy a long time ago. You want to be successful at betting in sports, go inside a sports book, find the biggest loser you can, and just bet opposite of him.
Huh.
So for Tank, I think he whatever he's gonna bet the next time, just do the opposite. And hey, he would have been 72-5, if he would have just been doing that. I don't know why he kept going after about 11 or 12.
Oh, he's stubborn.
It's an addiction, though. That's the problem. Yeah. And psychologically, it's hard to. If you think something's going to happen a certain way, it's hard to go against those instincts, even though those instincts are faulty.
That's true.
I have that
too.
problem all the time. I'm just saying. We all have some. Don't you think we all have some kind of fundamental principles that it's hard to deviate from that.
Yeah, and the trouble with most gamblers, I would say, is it's either being lazy, to get the little information they can, and then money management. You have to know when to have a stop loss.
Yes.
And that's what me and Frank, we end up developing a system to where it'll help you learn how to, when you lose a certain amount, just to stop. You had a bad week and you can recover the next week. Another thing I learned too, if you want to gamble on sports, you have to have a short-term memory.
Yes.
And I'm one of those short-term memory people, because that's why I have my brother Frank, because I forget a lot of players' names and all the stats and stuff, and that's my rebound guy right there. I'm just a numbers guy. He's a sports guy, so we bounce off each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're kind of like a tag team. Why don't we pick a game and you can analyze it for me so I can see how you think. Let's look at the game tonight is one dear to my heart. The Steelers are going into Buffalo.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are starting to question the Steelers. What do you think? And I don't even know what the line is. Is Buffalo favored by a couple points in this?
I got Steelers by 2 on my line, but what do you gentlemen have?
Steelers by 2.
I'm looking at Steelers at 2.5 also. Who are you a fan of? You a Steelers fan or Bills?
Yes, I am. I also have a Pittsburgh Steelers Facebook page that I administer. So I'm a pretty huge one. And
so he's got fan bias going there.
But my wife would love you. Y'all would get along very well.
Your wife sounds great.
Well, you can have my ex-wife too, Chabdog, if you're taking wives.
Oh, your ex? Your ex likes the Steelers?
I don't care.
Oh, man. I'm surrounded by all these Kansas City Chiefs fans. It's getting hard to deal with. Being told that I have to think a certain way.
Yeah, red and yellow, dude. Red and yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow.
All right.
So how I would do the I think Steelers have opened up favorite, if I'm not mistaken. Frank will probably have to help me out with that. I think they did open up as favorite.
Probably the look ahead had them as a favorite. I think them losing this past week against the Redskins, which honestly was a tough situation because of the whole unknown factor as far as when they were going to play, if they were going to play, bouncing off from playing against the Ravens to now playing the Skins in a short week did them a disservice. So probably, I don't know, a lot of people reading into the whole loss to the Redskins. This is a big game, to be honest, but I don't know. Josh Allen hasn't been faring well in these big games lately, especially at home. But with the defense banged up for the Steelers, I think he's going to have his way passing-wise. I'm not sure about running-wise, though.
Nice. And there's, like I'm seeing right now, there's a lot of money coming in on the Bills. Steelers are on, I think, this is their third game in 11 days. And like Frank said, they're banged up. That's when I go to him for that type of information. I got to find out who's hurt, who might play. I think two of their key defensive backs are coming back.
I thought Joe was out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's out with a concussion.
I don't know. This season, Steelers have been good to me, and I like taking a good quarterback, getting points. It's a primetime game. I would wait it out to see if the line changes to 3, and then buy it to 3.5. That's a key number too with any sports bettors. Always buy on 7 and 3s. Because there's a reason they always pick those numbers. It most likely is going to land on a 7 or 3. So you don't want to get beat by that half. But I'll give Steelers, plus 3.5. I think they're going to win outright. Just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I have them winning barely. I think it's going to be like a field goal or something. It's going to be a tough game in Buffalo. I'm sure that Buffalo will show up with it. They'll score some points, but I think Pittsburgh's going to score a little more.
Now that you mention that, I'm looking at like the Seattle Jets game. Man, yeah. I feel bad for people who got in late on that. I would have took that 13 real quick. It's up to 17 points.
It was 15 when I got my spreads. Huh.
That's a lot of points.
17. Yeah.
But everybody's kind of, washing their hands of the Jets after what happened last week. I mean, that was an abomination the way they gave that game away.
That was good.
Could you believe that?
Yeah. I don't even think I'm not sure. I think I heard something about the coach having a conversation on the sidelines while the play was going on, so he wasn't able to catch the formation that they were in. Or I think he said that they would have called a timeout. But that's just typical Jets right there for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I call that snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Holy God!
Right?
Jets being Jets.
Yeah, the Jets beat the spread though, right? They were supposed to lose that game by double digits, and they kept it close as usual. They're good at that. They're good at. I bet they've wrecked a lot of spreads where they were big underdogs.
Oh yeah. Do any of you are you guys into like UFC right now?
UFC college football?
No,
UFC.
UFC fighting.
Oh, like fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep an eye on it, but I don't follow it regularly. But it's just hasn't fit in the mix yet. But I take it you are.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity right now to make money with UFC. It's been like a weekly thing, and you can always catch some good underdogs and some good money-making opportunities right now with that.
Do you think there's any fix in there at all, though? Do you smell any fix, or are these bouts totally legit?
I know my boy Frank ain't gonna like this, but I think most sports are fixed.
I'm more against the whole boxing than UFC.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give UFC probably the benefit of the doubt, but boxing I can't wager my money on boxing. That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I don't know if you guys seen that Tyson fight, and that the judging at the end was real suspect because there was no way that was a draw.
No, yeah, that was.
So who won that fight? Because I don't know a lot about it other than people were pissed off that it was a draw.
Tyson won hands down.
Tyson just owned him.
Yeah, he looked, like he looked like the younger fighter, sort of say, even though, two old guys going at it. He looked in better shape, and he was just body hitting Roy all day, and Roy just looked out of it.
Now they're whetting the appetite for the rematch here. But speaking of fixes, gentlemen, what do you think of the NBA? Currently or in the past, have NBA games been fixed? In your opinion?
Well,
I think so.
There's been proof of a certain referee that I won't say that's been out there who's fixed some games. And I have his book. I even talked to the guy, and he admitted that the fix was in by certain refs because they didn't appreciate the players getting paid so much money, and the referees, do. He thought in his mind, they do hard work just like they do, and they don't get paid enough. So, they'll have little side bets or, doing a thing outside of the NBA, and that's how they will make money.
You don't think it was Vegas influencing the refs to influence the game?
Oh yeah, 100%.
You don't 100%. Think that when the refs go in an NFL game go under the hood that they're seeing a screen of some guy in Vegas saying here's how you're calling it, go back out?
That's what I've always thought as a kid.
Yeah. I know, because we all got eyes and we all got brains and we're logical, and we've all seen this over the years. Just really like non sequitur things occur, plays.
Eric, play him that clip from Fargo where they're doing the car negotiation, and the guy says, "I have to go talk to my supervisor," and then he goes and talks to his supervisor about the Minnesota football game. Do you have that clip?
We got finder's fee, and we've got I'm cooperating, darn tootin'.
Oh, you don't have the one on the True Coat. Shoot.
No, I don't. Unfortunately.
You have the one. You have the one where Adam Sandler's dressed up as a woman trying to in the gym trying to lift weights.
No, but I got Happy Birthday, Jack and Jill.
Oh,
dude, these are the ones you sent me. I only got what you sent, dude.
All right. Well, you can play the Happy Birthday.
Yeah, that was a real kick here. Check this out.
Oh my God. Oh, Jack, we got you.
You are having a party for us? Oh, coolness. Everybody's here.
And I just had to meet your twin sister.
Very nice to see you.
I mean, you guys really do look alike.
I say that all the time. He says no.
Jill, I want to introduce you around.
This is going to be a bad night. This is going to be an awful night. Really, it's fascinating. So how does it work, Mr. Subway Sandwich? Just tell me more.
Just Jared's fine.
Call you Jared? Okay, sure.
Jared, the child molester.
10 sandwiches a day. To me, that seems too much. Almost like a job. I couldn't do that.
I don't need that many.
No? Okay. Here's the situation. You're here. There's not a Subway in sight. You're at a steakhouse like this. What do you eat?
I eat other things.
Oh, you do? You do? I knew you were cheating. That's why there's so much goo left on you. I miss the old Jared, the 400-pound Jared that scared us.
I don't miss that one at all.
Well, I'm sure you don't, but if he was around, he'd be with me and not with the two hookers. But yeah, we love musicals. You know what? You're the ShamWow man, right? Yeah. The funny story, Jack used to be a
ShamWow.
No. He could have used one of these ShamWow things 20 years ago for his pee puddles. Ah, there's Mr. Yellow Sheets.
Where are you going, Puddles?
All right, nice to meet you all.
Am I crazy or is she hot?
You're crazy.
It's Jack with boobs. Jack with boobs.
You gotta saw Michael Irvin.
You set this whole thing up?
Yeah, we got through it, man. It came out pretty dope, I think.
It's amazing. Hey, Jill. Sorry to interrupt. Come here for a sec. Okay, nice to see you. What's going on? Did I ever tell you Todd is an atheist? Oh, what?
Oh, God.
Have a great time, guys. No, how could there be a Grand Canyon if God didn't exist?
Right, that's a very good point. I'm just saying, maybe...
Maybe God wouldn't have given you a rat face if you believed in him.
I don't have a rat face.
Yes, you do have a rat face. It's scary.
Whoa. Wait a minute. This guy doesn't believe in God?
No.
I'm just saying that there's not real proof.
Idiots like you really make me mad! Fight! Fight him! Fight! Fight! You've got to do us something. You're scared! Fight! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jack. Happy birthday to you. Come on, make a wish, you twins.
Okay, let's do it. Where's the other cake? There's not enough candles for both of us.
Jill. One cake's enough. Make the wish.
Mom and Dad always got us 2 cakes. Made us both feel special. I don't think Mom and Dad would like this.
Make the wish already. I'm hungry.
Will you stop already? Blow out the candles.
Gee, Adam Sandler in a dress. That is like so scary, Chabdog. What were you thinking?
I know. It's funny, though, isn't it? When he went into the gym and he started curling like 2 45s on each side, and then he said, slap another 45 on each side. he put it over his head. It was great. I love it. I love Adam Sandler. It's just.
Speaking of Adam Sandler, did y'all see Uncut Gems?
No, I didn't.
No, but I want to see that. Yeah. So what? Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think?
It's a very frustrating movie, and you go through all that ride to think you're going to get rewarded at the end, and it's a horrible ending. I hate it. Couldn't stand that movie.
Okay, I'm really glad. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I'm really glad you set me up there because I was thinking it was on the list of get around to eventually. I'll put it further down the list then.
Did you see? That wasn't good. Maybe did you see Funny People? Did you see that one?
Funny People? No, I don't think I've seen that.
It's about comedians, and that I thought that was pretty funny. Eric, did you see that?
No, I haven't seen that one.
I thought we played some clips from that. Jonah Hill's in that. Seth Rogen. I mean, it's got a lot of pretty good comedians.
Hey, Chabdog, it's 9:39. Why don't we go around the table and with the rest of today's picks and see what everyone's got?
Okay, let's do the games. That's why we have these guys on because they're gonna illuminate the audience and you go ahead and just
we can come back
start rolling
tomorrow or next week. Listen to the podcast and hear who was right. So this is evidence here before kickoff. First up, we've got the Texans at the Bears, and the Texans are 1.5-point favorites. What do you think, Trey?
I like the Texans on this one. They've been a pretty solid team. Bears have been up and down. I think Texans got this.
Frank?
Man, actually, this is a toss-up for me, only because Texas, I know they're banged up on defense. Going into Chicago, especially with the Bears coming off that loss. It's only a 1-point game, but I just can't trust Trubisky, man.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Yeah. So if anything, I'll probably lean Texans here.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Bears are in a free fall. Texans are moving up in places. I'm on the Texans this week. What do you think, Chabdog?
Yeah, go with the Texans. They've been playing better. I think they lost recently, but they've been on the upswing. Deshaun Jackson's trying to, he's trying to fix this season to some extent, and I just have a lot more hope that they'll score points, and the dead is doornail of the Bears are just hopeless.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stomach them. All
Pretty
right,
hard to take the Bears there.
Go with the Texans.
And next up,
I hope we don't have the ESPN analyst curse. When they all just pick one team and the other side always wins.
Or Tony Romo.
That could happen. We'd all have egg on our face, but I can't think that way.
Yep.
You're
right. The Bears might. Yeah, I'm still not taking the Bears. I'd rather be wrong than right. Oh. Next up, we got the Titans. Titans are 10-point road. Benny Hill and the Titans are a 10-point road favorite in Jacksonville. Pretty hard to take Jacksonville here, but what do you think, gentlemen?
Texans. Are we talking about just winning, or are we talking about with the spread?
With the spread, yeah. So it's 10 points. Titans by 10 points against the Jacksonville.
You got 10. I got 7.5 on my side.
Oh, yes. These were the opening lines. So these are a few days old.
Oh, okay. I was about to. Wow, that's
But that's interesting. If it opened at 10 and it's down to 7.5, that's quite a spread. People are putting money on Jacksonville.
Yeah, they're pounding Jacksonville, and I don't blame them. Jacksonville's been playing pretty hard, and if you could get 10.5, if anybody who got that, then I would have rolled with that all day.
Uh-huh. I like Tennessee here. I'll take Tennessee in 10. I'll take Tennessee in 12. I think Tennessee wins this by 2 touchdowns, walking away.
On the road,
that's the thing. And Mike Lennon's actually been playing pretty good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know. The Titans seems like a team that they get up for certain games and get down for certain ones that they should win. But
they have to win this game, don't they? I mean, they have to win this game.
Well, they beat the Colts convincingly. They're for. I mean, they're not a tier 1 NFL team, but they're very high tier 2, and they're better than the Colts.
Yeah. The only thing that they concern me is the defensive side. They just don't get to the quarterback.
Yeah, but it's Jacksonville. I mean, can you name the Jacksonville quarterback today? I can't.
Yeah, Mike Glennon.
Oh, Glennon?
Yeah, he just did.
That's even worse. If it's Glennon. I mean, we all know who Glennon is. Glennon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Glennon. Yeah, it's Glennon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Glennon, Gary, Glennon, Ross. Yeah.
Glennon.
Right.
Yeah, Glennon, Larry, Glennon. That's a tongue twister. Yeah, I don't fear Glennon. I think Tennessee's on the rise here, but I know 10's a lot of lumber. But okay. Next up, we got the Broncos. 1.5-point favorites in Carolina. Imagine that if the Broncos are road favorites in Carolina, what's wrong with Carolina today? And nobody likes Teddy Bridgewater anymore.
No, it's probably the receiving corps that are banged up, I think.
Oh, okay. So it's like we got a bunch of COVID victims here and banged up people here. So
Yeah.
Broncos somehow get favored. And another team, who's playing quarterback for the Broncos these days?
Lock.
Oh, my God. Lock.
Lock.
I'm not Lock. Yeah.
Yeah, Broncos are definitely a lock in this game.
Really?
I don't. I would go with the Panthers.
Yeah.
I always get them wrong, but I would say the Panthers should win at home.
Yeah, coming off of.
Yeah, I like the Panthers better here too.
This is actually a game I did place a bet on today, but
really?
I'm playing the under on the 46 points.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good
Smart.
call, too. Broncos will score 9,
pretty...
Panthers might score 12. Yeah. It's going to be ugly. But, okay, here's one that might not be ugly. The Vikings are at the Buccaneers.
Oh.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It opened at 6 points. Buccaneers by 6 at home against the Vikings. Is Kirk Cousins really that bad?
Well, what I always tell Frank is, you got Brady, and when he loses a game, he's in FU mode. Mm-hmm. That's what I call it. Mm-hmm. So this is another game I actually bet, and I'm going pretty big on Tampa Bay, because I think Brady's going to be in FU mode, and it's going to be a bad night for the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Makes sense to me.
Pull your pants down, and like it's going to be a real no Vaseline bad night for the Vikings.
I think so.
There's a lot of satisfaction in watching an ass-kicking game like that, by the way. So we'll have to tune that one in. I'm on the Buccaneers there. I'll take it by 6. I think the Vikings were pretenders all along.
Vikings are 6. They now are 6-6, so they think they're they righted the ship. They're in possible playoff position. But I agree. I think Tampa Bay they come back with a vengeance. Tom Brady does not enjoy sitting around thinking about a loss.
No, but he could come out and pout. I mean, he's pouty Brady now. So you never know. I mean, I think I'm with you. I think the strong Tom Brady's going to show up today. But boy, there's also a chance the one that wears tampons could show up too. Next up, here's an enigma. The Cardinals are playing the Giants, and the Giants are, even though it's in New York, but the Giants are a 1-point favorite against the Cardinals. So the Giants beat the Seahawks, and suddenly they're 1-point favorites against the Cardinals. Is this spread broken here?
That's a game I have no opinion on.
I think Vegas mispriced this game. Why the Cardinals should be favored?
Yeah, I think it's now
prove me wrong.
-3.
Yeah, okay. It opened Giants -1. So okay, it's good to see that it swung back.
Yeah, swung back.
I took the Cardinals at Giants -1. I take the Cardinals if they were -3. But you guys a feel for this game, Chabdog?
I mean, the Giants they have been playing better, and they're getting a lot of respect for what they did to Seattle last week, and Arizona's been kind of looking to me like they're fading. But you know what? I would say Arizona squeaks it out. So I don't know what exactly that means with a spread, but I'd say they'll win by like 2 or 3 points.
Yeah. I think the headline after this game is that the Cardinals are going to win, but they will have found Adderall in Kyler Murray's bloodstream. and he'll cop a defense that it was prescription.
Too bad we don't know what Frank thought about this game, because Frank the Tank would have probably could have bet against his prediction. So I don't know. I don't know what he thinks.
Well, we can look it up on I think it's probably on the Sports Encyclopedia website. That should be I'll do that in the break. That'll be fun to see. Next up, game close to my heart. The Kansas City Chiefs are in Miami. Chiefs opened a 7-point favorite.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I love Tua. I'm a fan of Tua. You giving Miami 7.5 points? I gotta go with Miami to cover that spread. I really like that game.
Mm-hmm. And Miami's defense is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, I like the under on that game too. I think 51 points is a lot of points for this game.
That's a dangerous number. I don't like that.
It's just Miami. I heard Miami didn't have running backs or something because of injuries and COVID. So they're going to have to throw all the time. Like, I don't know what that means, but
Yeah, that's ugly. You don't want to get in trouble with Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Yeah, because if you can't control the clock, then that means that Mahomes is going to be on the field a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If
you go offense to offense, Kansas City has the advantage there. Defense to defense, it's probably even. In fact, I'd probably say Miami has a slight advantage there, but not enough to wipe out the advantage they have on offense. So as long as special teams don't fuck up, I'm saying Kansas City should cover the 7.
That's hard.
Yeah. I'm actually with you. Yeah, I think the Chiefs. Because I just don't trust for Miami to be able to hang with the Chiefs offensively.
Yeah, Kelsey, Miami's pretty. They got a lot of small bodies there, and Kelsey, he looks like a man amongst children against some teams when he's running through backfields. He's just gonna be like a moose on the loose, awking horns, and the cheetah's gonna be backflipping into the end zone again. Do you see that on Monday night? That they didn't count that touchdown. I got called back, but Tyreek Hill backflipped into the end. Or he walked backwards into the end zone and flipped in.
That's messed up.
That was funny.
That was real spectacular, and
they were going to call a flag, and then they put the flag away because celebrations are allowed now. Even that kind of celebration. I mean, hey, if you want to do that, and it's not baseball where someone's going to pitch at your head the next inning.
Just a little background on this, guys. Eric he's been a Washington Redskins fan his whole life, but of course he can't root for the Redskins anymore. So. Instead of rooting for a team with no name, he's now a big Chiefs fan, and you can go into him why his colors changed, but he went from burgundy and gold to red and yellow. That's what essentially happened.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Redskins don't exist, and I've been into the Chiefs since Joe Delaney passed away. They were great teams back then, and then. I met the love of my life, who happened to be a lifetime Chiefs fan, and it just
that's more
important. And that's funny because they're playing Frank's team today.
Oh, Frank, you're the Dolphins fan?
No, 49ers.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
the Reds. Yeah,
feel sorry for
you. The no names are playing the Niners. That's actually a good game. I mean that. I'm sure that the spread on that one is pretty tight.
Washington is +3.
Okay, my spread is broken. Mine said Niners by 14.
What?
14?
I know. That must have been an error. It's on my sheet here, and I don't know why that's a broken number. So what's the proper line on that game? Anyone have the proper line on the Washington Niners game?
It's got to be
I got 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the Redskins in that game. I'm gonna go out on a limb for the Washington football team to win that game. I'm not impressed with the 49ers lately.
I mean, I'm not impressed with our quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't Alex Smith play for the Niners at one time?
Yeah, he did. So it's come full circle, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty neat, especially after.
I think he's throwing a jab at you, Frank, with that one. I think that was a jab.
Oh yeah, no, I take it though. I'm a big boy.
Well, hey, at least you got to play in a Super Bowl. That's got to count for something, right, Frank?
Oh yeah, not only that, but I just think we've had bad luck as far as injuries. Like every season, even last season, we had a lot of injuries. But the only difference is this year is a lot of key injuries.
Uh-huh.
Losing your best defensive player in Bosa, and a few defensive ends, and then your quarterback. Even though I'm starting to jump off the Jimmy G bandwagon now. So that doesn't help.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so is anybody willing to go with the no names, or is it just me?
I'm taking Washington.
Good for you.
I can't bet a team that don't have a name.
Yeah, I haven't bet Washington all season, but for that very reason. But I'll take them this week because I think they've just got the mojo here. They think they're going to win the division. So.
Yeah, what a bad.
Why not?
Well, Washington has a history of doing this kind of thing, throwing together and finishing an 8-8, 9. They could be 9-7 if they went out. And they have a habit of winning games in a row, different years, different coaches. It's just a thing that I don't know. It's in the water in Washington. I don't know what it is, but they just do this kind of thing. So they could take advantage of a vulnerable San Francisco here and keep up with the Giants just in case the Giants do win.
Yeah. All right. Well, they need to get a name, and they will at the end of the year. They can hire me. I'll come up with something for them good.
In the last of the morning games, we have the Cowboys are 5.5-point favorites in Cincinnati. So is this where the redheaded stepchild comes back in and gets his revenge in the Natty?
Oh, that's a game.
The Cowboys are favored? Are you kidding?
I know. But, dude, it's Cincinnati.
They're just a disgrace.
Yeah, but
give me Cincinnati with the points all day. Dallas is
really
horrible.
Yeah,
that's a joke. Cincinnati's got to win that game.
Yeah, I would even go outright and take that plus money. I think I got it at plus 150. That's a good one right there.
Yeah,
I'm going with the wonder of the world there with that one.
Yeah, there's a quick way to make 150. I like that. What do you think, Brian? Who are you taking in this game?
Oh, hello, guys.
Brian Keller is joining the show.
Yeah, this is Brian Keller from Sports Rock. Brian, we've got two new callers on. One is Trayvon Washington, and he's a big sports betting guy, and his cohort Frank Martinez, Frank the Tank, and these guys know what they're talking about, and they even said some nice things about the Steelers. So
yeah, I've been listening. I heard.
Yeah.
But okay, where were we at? I got the no names.
Yeah.
And I got the Bengals. Can't do Dallas anymore.
Mm-hmm. No.
So Andy Dalton will be getting his revenge today.
Do you like Tampa Bay against Minnesota?
I'm taking the Vikings.
That's stinky. Did you take the Bears over the Texans too?
They're one of my favorites, so I got to go with it.
Oh, the Vikings? Oh, so you got a sentimental pick there. But what about the Bears Texans?
I got the Texans.
Okay, so we're all going to go down. That ship's either going to float or sink.
Yeah. I don't know about the Bears.
Yeah, we didn't think much of them either.
Let's see what else is. Oh, I got Broncos.
Yeah, that's a stinky game. What made you take the Broncos?
Yeah, take that stink.
Obviously, swayed by what happened last. They hung with the Chiefs.
Yeah, Titans. See, I got Cardinals. And I got the Raiders.
The Raiders. That's all right. We'll cover that after the break in the afternoon games in the 4:05 Eastern set. And we're coming up on a break, Chabdog.
Oh, and the Chiefs too, by the way. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to go to our break. So we'll be right back. Eric, why don't you play play a clip or two from Fargo? Those are good clips.
Yeah, I'll do some Fargo clips here.
Be right back with our guests and talk more football and maybe some college football. We'll see.
Whatever else comes up, hopefully. Hey, let's talk about the election. No one's talking about that anymore.
Yeah, stay tuned for second hour of Chabdog Sports Talk. Promises to be incendiary.
The law office of Brandon S. Chabner, serving clients in Southern California with transactional legal services since 2007. We handle general corporate, outside counsel type work, drafting and negotiating a wide variety of business and commercial contracts, including non-disclosure agreements, independent contractor agreements, and employment agreements. Our experience includes working with public and private companies and involves a broad range of industries, including healthcare, consumer products, real estate, and high technology. Mr. Chabner has over 20 years of legal experience, having worked for some larger national firms and serving as general counsel for a multi-million-dollar private company here in Southern California before starting his own legal practice. His educational credentials include a law degree from UCLA, where he was on law review, undergraduate degree at Yale, where he graduated magna cum laude, and an MBA from Harvard Business School. Other areas of focus for Chabner Law include press release and business plan editing, pre-litigation matters, and debt and mortgage resolution work. You can contact us at 310-698-0740 and at bchabner@chabnerlaw.com.
Like Chabdog said, he was 100% right.
He can take all comers.
We're told that greatness is exceptional, when it should be expected. You choose every day to live your life intentionally, without apology for how bright your light may shine. So go be great. Go be brilliant. Go be you. Go defy life. The Defy Life movement is one that speaks to each of us in its own way. Defy Life gear speaks to us all by reminding us that one size does not fit all. Visit defylifegear.com to get fitted for greatness.
How you doing, Wade?
Good to see you again, Jerry. If these numbers are right, this looks pretty sweet.
Oh, those numbers are right, all right. Believe me.
This is doable.
Congratulations, Jerry.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Well, it's a pretty...
What kind of finder's fee were you looking for?
Huh? The financials are pretty thorough, so the only thing we don't know is your fee.
My fee? Wade, what the heck are you talking about?
Stan and I are okay.
Yeah?
We're good to load in.
Yeah?
But we never talked about your fee for bringing it to us.
No, but Wade, see, I was bringing you this deal for you to loan me the money to put in. It's my deal here, see?
Jerry, we thought you were bringing us an investment.
Yeah, right.
You're saying... What are you saying?
You're saying we put in all the money and you collect when it pays off.
No, I'd pay you back the principal and interest. Heck, I'd go 1 over prime.
We're not a bank, Jerry.
If I wanted bank interest on $750,000, I'd go to Midwest Federal, talk to old Bill Deal.
He's at North Star.
He's at...
No. See, I don't need a finder's fee. I need... Finder's fees, what, 10%? Heck, that's not going to do it for me. I need the principal.
Well, Jerry, we're not going to just give you $750,000.
What the heck were you thinking? If I'm only getting bank interest, I want complete security. Heck, FDIC. I don't see nothing like that here.
Yeah, but... Okay, I guarantee you your money back.
I'm not talking about your damn word, Jerry. Jeez, what the heck are you...
We're not a bank, Jerry.
Well, look, I don't want to cut you out of the loop, but this here's a good deal. I assume if you're not interested, you won't mind if we move on it. Independently.
Mr. Lundegaard, sorry to bother you again. Can I come in?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of busy here.
I understand. I'll keep it real short then. I'm on my way out of town, but I was wondering. Do you mind if I sit down? Carry a bit of a load here.
No.
Yeah, it's this vehicle I asked you about yesterday. I was just wondering.
Yeah, like I told you, we haven't had any vehicles go missing.
Okay. Are you sure? Because, how do you know? Because the crime I'm investigating, the perpetrators were driving a car with dealer plates, and they called someone who works here, so it'd be quite a coincidence if they weren't, connected.
Yeah, I see.
So, how do you... Have you done any kind of inventory recently?
The car's not from our lot, ma'am.
But how do you know that for sure without doing that?
Well, I would know. I'm the executive sales manager.
Yeah, but I understand.
We run a pretty tight ship here.
I know, but... Well, how do they establish that, sir? I mean, are the cars counted daily, or what kind of a routine here?
Ma'am, I answered your question.
I'm sorry, sir?
Ma'am, I answered your question. I answered the darn... I'm cooperating here, and there's no,
Sir, you have no call to get snippy with me. I'm just doing my job here.
I'm not arguing here. I'm cooperating, and we're doing all we can.
Sir, could I talk to Mr. Gustafson? Mr. Lundegaard.
Well, heck, if you wanna play games here, I'm working with you on this thing here, but okay, I'll do a damn lot count.
Sir, right now?
Yeah, right now. You're darn tootin'. So damn important to you.
I'm sorry, sir.
Ah, what the Christ.
You guys take shekels? Just got back from a trip to Israel. All I got is a fistful of shekels. $57.33. That was a pretty good year for me.
Shabbat shalom, motherfuckers!
God damn, brother, you kicking ass.
Just taking a page out of Sweetback's book.
Mm-hmm. They bred your mama, they bred your papa, but they won't breed you.
That's it.
Right on, man.
And we're back.
All right. I didn't recognize that last part of that clip. You're watching it, right? So can you tell me what was going on there?
Yeah, that wasn't from Fargo. That was from the Hebrew Hammer. You remember that movie Hebrew Hammer from 2003?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Okay.
I heard something about shekels, and it sounded like
and
it's
Shabbat
Israeli.
Shalom, motherfucker. As he torches the Nazi bar.
Oh,
yeah.
Speaking of
Obscure
another
movies.
good Adam Sandler movie was the one with the hairdresser. Don't mess with the Zohan or something. You remember that? You don't remember that one? I played a clip from that one too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. We're back second hour, and we've got two guests on who do a lot of betting. I just wanted to ask you about that. Is that your primary avocation, both of you guys, that you make money betting on sports?
I do. I used to be in the banking industry, and I quit 5 years ago because I was making more money with betting on sports and helping others bet on sports. So it's been pretty lucrative for me so far.
Oh, okay. So you're not just betting for yourself. You get you're like a consultant for other people.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Sounds
have
like
a
you might
900
want to.
number?
Do you have an office in Vegas or anything, or you just know people there?
I'm actually in Cali. Frank, he lives in Vegas. I'm in California. And I have, I don't like to call them clients. I like to call them partners. I have partners from all over. Just through advertising, word of mouth. And, I like to stay, stay under the radar, sort of say.
Okay, I understand.
Except for tax purposes.
Well, there's a camaraderie there. I mean, you're all in it together, right? You all share your analysis, and people vote if they want to come with you. If they don't that week, that game. Yeah, it sounds like a great setup.
Yeah. This business got a lot of bad people in it. There's a lot of, snakes. And, that's how I actually got into the business, by accident. I was listening to a radio show one day, and this guy was, he's selling himself, and he had the game, the winning game. I called the radio station. He gave me the winning game. Next thing you know, I get a call the next day. He's telling me, he come aboard for $500. Mind you, I'm just out of high school. So, that was a lot of money. So he's like, okay, just come on board for $150. I paid the $150. The guy gives me 10 games throughout the week. 2 games won. So, next day I'm pretty upset. Call him back. He says, well, that was a silver package. They're only winning at such and such percentage. So
silver.
Oh.
So then he's like, well, our platinum package is winning at 87%, blah, blah, blah. Those games usually go for $5,000. He's like, I'll cut you a deal and give it to you for $500. And I'm like, I'm not paying you $500 when you just lost for me. So he said, okay, I'll do you a favor, $150. And I fell for it, gave him the $150. He gave me 7 games that week, 1 game won. After that, I was pretty through with it. And this went on. I fell for this trick for about a few more times, and then I started looking into it myself. And my brother Frank, he's like I say, he's that sports encyclopedia. He can tell you, which high school the players went to, the numbers of their jerseys, stuff like that. And I pick his brain. So it's like Robert Kiyosaki say OPM, other people's money. I say OPK, other people's knowledge. So it just went from there. I was betting small, $5-10 a game, and I got a hunch for it, and it's been a process though. I hate to even call myself a professional. I like to still be called a student because the game is always changing. I'm a student of the game, and I just love to learn.
I like that approach to you're betting on alpha, which is information, as opposed to tactics, as opposed to other more mechanical considerations.
Emotion.
Well, but alpha removes the emotion
better.
too.
They bet on emotion, and that'll hurt you at the end.
It hurts you along the way too. Like Tank is 0-11 or 0-10 on bets with Minnesota. And probably similar for Detroit. You hate the teams, you bet against them. It doesn't matter what I do; they go against me.
Hey, that's like I said, that's the best better to find. Just go to that sports book. Where is Tank in Vegas?
He's in New Jersey.
New Jersey? I think I might have to take a trip out there, and we go to.
Yeah, you guys, your Tank and our Tank have a lot in common.
Yes.
I mean, they're both encyclopedias of knowledge. The Tank knows everything in terms of numbers and his history. But they have had different results lately in terms of their success rates.
Well, and Frank Tank is 180 pounds, so he's a little leaner than.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look at the afternoon games here. We got the Jets and Seahawks, and Seahawks opened a 15-point favorite. New York having to travel to Seattle, and I'll look up the weather here. I think it's going to be. I'm going to bet it's going to be raining.
I'd take Seahawks, but I would take Seahawks straight up, but I wouldn't take that 15. I would give that to the Jets.
It's going to be rainy and 39 degrees today in Seattle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, the Jets, 15. I just can't give anybody. Seattle doesn't, with that kind of weather conditions, 15 points, Seattle will win, but they'll be lazy about it. I'll take the Jets and the points. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll probably with Jets.
I think Jets with points, but Seahawks win, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Seahawks win. I mean, right now there's a big difference between the Jets and the Giants. The Giants have every reason to believe they can make the playoffs. The Jets it sounds like are really trying to get that number one pick, and they don't care about winning. It seems they care very little. So
last four digits 0947 has joined the call. We have a new guest here, Chabdog.
Okay, well.
0947?
I would go with the Jets to cover that.
Okay.
Because they've been doing that, but they're not going to win.
No.
What do you think, Trayvon?
I'll have to go with the under. 48.5. He just said it's going to be rainy. Yeah, I'll go with the under. 17 points is I don't know if it's too much or too less with the Jets. It's the Jets. So I'll stick with the under on that one.
Okay. Smart.
You can call me Trey, by the way. My wife only calls me by my full name when she's upset at me.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
yeah, we don't want to be associated with you that way. For sure.
No, I don't want you to think that we're upset with you or anything.
Yeah, I get flashbacks when I hear my full name.
Yeah. Oh, it's nothing. No,
I'm not
angry.
Pick up your room.
Yeah, we're not angry with you at all, Trayvon. Yeah, everything's fine.
All right, so we got another caller on. You find out who the caller is. I don't want him to feel like he's being ignored or she's being ignored.
Or
thanks, Chabdog. It's Brian Lee here. How you doing?
Oh, okay. We got another caller. This is a long time. I've known Brian a long time, and he introduced me to Trayvon and Frank. So thank you, Brian, for the connection. As you have many, Brian's well connected in various sectors of the economy, and I don't know. I don't know how interested you are in sports betting, though. I know you like boxing a lot, right, Brian?
Love boxing. I love sports. I love playing the spreads, but I just had some bad experiences down in Mexico back as a kid, not getting paid. So left a little sore tooth there. But I wanted to ask Trey. We won't call him Trayvon because I don't want to remind him of his angry wife. But I wanted to ask you more about the business aspect with the whole pandemic thing. I'm sure more people are drawn to sports than ever, and there's probably gambling is booming, and we got in early on DraftKings on the SPV on that, and we've seen that stock go from 9 to 50. It's crazy. What's going on with that?
I'm loving that. I'm loving that because I got in on that stock when everything shut down. So I'm loving that right now. It's only going to get bigger.
For everybody that hasn't heard of this, what is this?
It's
DraftKings.
It's gambling. I guess you call it tracking stock for fantasy football. Right? Trey can probably tell you more about it than me.
Yeah, it's more just fantasy betting. I think they just started where you can make straight bets and parlays, but in California, I think it's not allowed.
Governor Newsom hasn't cut yet.
Yeah. Thank you, California, for making our life so fun.
I think another good stock.
It's called what is it? SPV? Is that what you said?
A special purpose vehicle. It's like a blank check company where they invest the money.
No, but if somebody wanted to buy the stock, what is the symbol or the name?
The name is DraftKings.
Yeah, DraftKings.
Oh, it's DraftKings.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know that. Yeah.
I didn't realize they're public. How long have they been trading for?
Since the pandemic, I think.
Wow. Are they fully trading, or are they a pink sheet company?
No, fully trading.
Fully reporting. Wow. Which exchange are they on?
It went from 9. I think the SPB was around $9. Now it's at 50. It's got a market cap of $19 billion. So with the gaming and any kind of gaming, whether it be sports betting, there's a lot of people stuck at home with nothing to do and they want to escape.
Yeah.
So sports is perfect for that. And thank God they opened sports back up again. And B-Dog, did you discuss the Tyson fight at all? Did you guys watch that little? It wasn't really a real fight, but
yeah, we discussed that fiasco.
What were your thoughts on that, Trey?
It was entertainment. That's all that was, entertainment, man. That whole draw decision thing was, that was some under the table stuff right there.
I mean, me personally, I felt he won every round, don't you? I mean, I don't think maybe there's one round he didn't win, right?
I would probably give Roy one or two rounds.
At tops. So I don't know how that becomes a draw, but you're the sport expert, not me. I mean, how does that become a draw?
Well, like me and Frank was saying, especially like Frank, he can't stand boxing. The fix is always in, and I feel the same way. Boxing has been known to have fixed matches.
I agree with Frankie 100%.
Yeah.
So are you excited for the big Mayweather fight?
I agree with Frankie 100%. Yeah, it will be a big show.
When it's a draw like that, does Vegas benefit a lot when that happens, when it's a draw?
Rematch time.
I mean, yeah, it's rematch time, but how does that work? Is the only one that makes money the Vegas?
Well, they get paid just to fight. So I don't know. Trayvon, I believe they pre-negotiate how much each boxer gets paid in advance, like Mayweather Pacquiao, for example. And it's a big payday for everyone.
I think as far as a betting aspect for boxing, a draw match is a loss for Vegas because they have to give back all that money because they don't have a winner. And the person who bets the draw, one of these lucky people, they got to pay that out. So that's a loss in the Vegas books, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You can actually bet for a draw.
Yeah, you can. It's like a push on 21, right, Trey? It's like if you get 21, it's a push. No one wins anything.
Yeah, that's why I love betting soccer because you can bet the draw on that, and that goes to my mantra about how many games you win. Because with soccer, betting the draw, it's always plus 300, plus 500. So we can bet 3 draw games. We can lose 2, and let's say we're betting at 1 unit, let's say $100. We could lose that, and then the next bet, it wins, and let's say the draw is 500. We just made back our $200 loss plus an extra 300 profit. So that's why I love soccer.
So you have time to recoup even if you take some hits there, right?
There you go.
Yeah, I like that math. What do you think, Chabdog?
You have to watch the soccer. That's the problem.
Well, we could just call Trey and say, do we win or not win, right, Trey?
I know. But
there you go. I mean, I don't watch all them soccer games like that, and I rarely watch a whole game of sports anyway. I'm a second half type of guy. My attention span is just not there.
Mm-hmm.
Like the rest of the world.
There you go. What were we talking about again?
We were talking about betting, and we were trying to get through the rest of the games. I don't know if we did. Did you get Did we go through all the games, Derek?
We got a few more left here. We've got next up on our list are the Colts, the 2-point favorites in Las Vegas against the Raiders.
Yeah, that's actually a good game, and the Raiders are completely schizophrenic, so I don't know what to say about that other than I don't trust them as far as I could throw them, and I'll go with the Colts.
Yeah, I
got Raiders. I got Raiders because of that home thing, even though
nobody's
I don't know
there.
if they have any people on. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Trey? Is that a pass?
That's actually a game I bet on, and I bet the over on that at 52. I think it's going to be a nice little shootout of points.
That's a good one. The over, the over would make more sense because the home team advantage is pretty good in Vegas. If you look at their hockey team that killed it coming out first year, who would expect? What was the payout on that? That was a long shot like no other, huh?
Was it the Vegas night?
Mm-hmm.
For them to go to the championship, it was a huge payout, right?
Yeah, I think it was. I think the first year, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was at like 100 to 1 or around somewhere around this number. Probably to make it to the championship. Yeah, I think it was like 100 to 1 because I think it was more for them to win it all.
That's crazy. Reminds me of the expansion teams when Panthers came out. I had them, and it was a long shot. I just threw I think $1,000 down on them to win. I couldn't believe how close they got.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, they didn't win, so I didn't win. It was a fun ride.
Oh, that Panthers Super Bowl you're talking about.
What's that?
Yeah, the Panthers, that was when they lost to the Broncos, right?
I don't know. How long ago was that, B?
That was Peyton Manning's, I think, thing here.
Yeah, I think it was against the Broncos.
2014, I think, or
I think it was even before that. It was a while back, but yeah, they did well. Well, yeah, I like that over. Over sounds good on that Raider game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If Phillip Rivers shows up, is Phillip Rivers going to show up? He's got such bad body language.
What do you think, Trey?
Yeah, I'm liking that over. I got that locked in. That's the bet I made.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind. Next up, we have the Packers. Packers are on the road in Detroit, which is burning down fast. Packers are a 7.5-point favorite.
Packers, no problem. No problem.
I got 9 on my side.
Yeah, it opened at 7.5. I got the opening numbers here.
The Packers are 9-point favorites in Detroit.
7.5, but 9 today. Yes.
That's kind of obnoxious. I mean, that's giving Detroit no respect at all.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to lay down the Green Bay Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a division game. I don't see that happening either.
Who's coaching Detroit right
now? Give me Detroit with those 9 points.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do. I can't do that. I'm taking the Packers.
That's a close. You need a mathematician for that one. You know, these odds makers got it down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd take the Packers on that too.
I'd pass on that one.
Now we got.
What's the over under, Trey, on that? What's the over under on that one?
Oh, 56. That's a lot.
No.
It's a danger number 2.
Yeah, I can't even touch that total. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
I'll take a pass on that. Put that on the over for the Raider game.
Mm-hmm.
I got an update here for you guys. I'm watching Miami. They're about to score a touchdown against the completely overrated Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, well, they missed a field goal earlier.
Liking that.
They haven't got in yet.
0-0. About to score.
Mm-hmm.
I was going back and forth here. I got that Dolphins game or I got the Giants game. I got to go back and forth.
Yeah, this could be interesting. The Dolphins have an idea of what they're doing on defense. Quarter's almost over.
They've just been lucky.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey, man, two is no joke.
Touchdown, Miami. All right. There you go. I need to go to South Beach and see this. This could be a spectacular upset.
Chabdog, you better hope for a KC victory for your own household's sake. You know what I mean?
I know. I know my wife doesn't listen to this show, so I can say whatever the fuck I want on this show.
Well, I know that, but if there's a Chiefs loss, she's going to be even harder to console this afternoon.
I know, and imagine if the Steelers win tonight, then I'm probably not going to get dinner tomorrow.
No.
Oh, no.
You might lose more than that.
It's all right. I just got to enjoy what I can enjoy. So we usually play a clip in the middle of the show in the second hour. What do you think? Should I got that Vegas-related clip from that great movie with the Rat Pack. Do you want to play that? We could play that song, the Bing Crosby Sinatra song. It's a great clip.
Yeah, hold on a second. I got to pull it up here.
I'm going to go back in time here, and you guys, I don't know if the Rat Pack is before your time, but those guys were way cool, and they spent a lot of time in Vegas performing.
Oh, sir, do you think 3 dozen cans will be adequate?
They'll have to do. That's all we've ordered.
Very good, sir. I shall call the young ladies and give them a small promotional talk.
Okay. Now, we're going to open the joint in 2 hours, so go home and get dressed.
Dressed, sir?
Well, it ain't going to be a Halloween party. This is a classy opening tonight. You got to get some decent clothes.
I don't understand, sir.
Well, look at the way you look.
Oh, I bet you don't.
Crosby.
No.
Yeah, maybe not.
Some people dress 'cause they like to get dressed. But you just dress to get dressed.
It's only a hunch, but I'll bet you a bunch. He wears suspenders, a belt, and a vest.
Am I correct in my assumption that you gentlemen find my habiliments reprehensible?
I think there's something wrong with his throat. I told him that 6 weeks ago.
From the tip of your toes to your head, you look like an unmade bed.
Well, now, I hate to belabor the obvious, but in the interest of semantics, I'm impelled to observe that you've just indulged in a mixed metaphor.
Oh, it's his throat.
It's a throat. Yeah.
You've either got or you haven't got style.
If you got it, you stand out a mile.
A flower's not a flower if it's wilted.
A hat's not a hat till it's tilted. You've either got or you haven't got class.
How it draws the applause of the masses when you wear lapels like the swellest of swells. You can pass any mirror and smile. You've either got or you haven't got.
Got or you haven't got.
Got or you haven't got style.
It goes on a bit more, but we got more sports talk.
Okay. Yeah.
Trey, what was the biggest win you had, for a long shot?
I hit a 19-team soccer parlay once. It was $5 to win.
19?
19.
To win?
Yeah, to win. It was like $5 to win like 7,000. So.
Well, good job. We need some of that advice. What do you think, B?
Yeah. My biggest upset victory was when I played in this tournament, tennis tournament in Manhattan Beach at the Country Club, and nobody had heard of me, and the odds for my team winning, I was playing doubles, and people bet on the doubles, teams, and I was like 30-1, and my doubles team won. We won, and I got a little kicker after the person that won like $7,000 on me decided to kick that back to me. So that's my biggest claim to fame, other than picking North Carolina State in 1980 when they beat Houston that year in the finals. I had them winning at the beginning of the tournament. So if I had just put a little money on that, I would have really cleaned up.
I once won $250 on a video poker game. I put a quarter in. And I got a royal flush.
Nice. On a quarter, that's great.
On a quarter. I know. I sat there going, why didn't I put in more?
It's always like that, right?
Oh. Yeah.
I plan on winning that hat in your football pool. I don't know.
Oh, you're right. You're right there.
Oh, by the way, the Dolphins just intercepted the Chiefs, so the joy continues in Miami.
I picked the Chiefs, but I was thinking, it's like the Steeler game. I gotta pick my Steelers, but I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah, I know. It's when you're feeling uneasy, there's a reason.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot of Steelers fans on this call. Surrounded by Steelers fans on the call at the house. This is overwhelming now.
I know. Well, I should probably live with your wife, and there would be harmony in the on Sundays. You're the one that has the Steelers fan as a wife.
Yeah.
Well, my number one team is actually the one with no name.
Yeah.
A horse with no name.
I think you guys are going down a rabbit hole we might want to steer away from, huh?
Yeah. We always do, though. All right, well, let's go into a real rabbit hole. Do you want to talk about, Eric, you want to talk about the election? What would you like to talk about?
Oh, I was just kidding about that, Chabdog. There's not much to talk about, except I'll say one thing. Because I noticed it again this morning, listening to the radio, that they say unabashedly when they're talking about people who are just the idea that there was any kind of fixed election, that it's absolutely absurd. And the narrative out there is so strong in that perception that it's just absurd that there was any kind of widespread voting irregularity. That it's making me just feel uncomfortable that they're so bought on. Because usually when anything is so bought on, it's usually the opposite. That maybe the Trump did win in a landslide, and this has all been a great cover up. How could you tell the difference? That's my question.
I know. Well, everybody has strong opinions on this. That's why I don't like to talk about it too much. But
I'm talking about from a metaphysical, from an epistemological point of view. How do you know what no? How can you know what no is when you're being told what no is? When you're being told what the knowledge is, how do we know?
Well, we're being told that we can't even talk about it on freaking Twitter and Facebook, and that just sounds to me like, it doesn't sound like I'm living in the United States. It sounds like
I thought this was America. I mean, even if it's outlandish, you should be able to voice your opinion, right, B?
I thought this was America.
Exactly.
I just came up with I put a post up on my timeline about it's okay. You're going to show me 11,779 illegal votes in Georgia for Biden. You got to show me 81,660 illegal votes in Pennsylvania for Biden. You got to show me 154,188 illegal votes in Michigan. You got to show me 20,608 illegal votes in Wisconsin, and then I'll believe you.
Yeah. Well, they do have a lot of dead people that voted, and I don't know how that's possible. Is that possible that you can vote when you're dead?
Well, it happens, so therefore it is.
No.
Well, it worked for the Kennedys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And usually people just say, there's not enough dead people, it doesn't matter. But I would like to see the numbers. I'd like to see how many dead people voted. I'd like to see how many people voted twice, how many people that didn't live in the state voted. I think if they just figure that out and prove that then nobody can really be too upset.
Yeah, you can't just show me a video of a lady with a suitcase under her desk and tell me that's fraud.
Yeah, but Well, anyway.
Well, gentlemen,
there definitely should be checks and balances, no matter who you're affiliated with or who you want to win, whether it's for this election or the next one. You know, politics is politics, as it will always be. But I think everyone wants accuracy, no matter what side you're on, right, B?
I want some attempt to get to the right number. That's all. And I don't want to be called a traitor or I don't want people to do bad things to me just because I asked for an honest count. But I don't know what the next step is there. It's like nobody wants to let this go to court through the courts.
Well, I guess it is what it is, unless you want to make a donation to that cause, right?
Yeah, I was surprised the courts just got it. Basically, are just saying, nah, they don't even want to look at it.
Well,
they don't want to mess with it.
So, Trey, what do you think? Should we make a donation to that cause or do the over bet on the Raider game? I'll take the over bet.
I'll take the over bet. That's better than even money there. Yeah, you'll make money there. Much more likely.
Yeah. 52 points. I think every person on the call wins on that over bet. Raiders have the home team advantage. They got the energy like every team in Vegas. And, I think that's a good one, right?
Well, got some mojo there.
I would take that over.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of the election real quick, this just goes into the betting aspect. If you can go into any places unknown, there's you can find 8-1 to 10-1 odds that Trump gets back in as president.
Really? 8-1 is it? That's it?
8-1 or 10-1, depending on where you look.
It's not that much.
Yeah, I was hearing before the final audits came in. I heard it in Australia. I had guys saying they were getting 12-1.
Oh wow! So there must be some money coming in on that then for it to drop.
I mean, I'm not taking that bet. You're going up against behemoth there. I think the odds would have to be more like 30-1, but right, Chabs?
I mean, I would say more like 100-1 because they can't even get in front of the Supreme Court. Then I don't know how they can change anything.
I agree, and Chab's a lawyer by trade, so I'll go with his opinion.
Well, don't go by my opinion because I don't know as much as maybe the Trump campaign knows something I don't, and one of these cases will get before the Supreme Court, and then if it does, I think they have to consider it on the merits, and that could change things.
That's a very good point. But would that even make a difference? I mean, the numbers better than I do now. I just stopped watching, but I think he'd have to win, 2 more states?
3.
3.
I think close. 3, and one of them has to be Pennsylvania. So I think I would actually take that he wouldn't win on that. Even on those odds, you might be better on the other side. Yeah. What do you think, Trey?
Nah, you don't want to take the other side. Those odds are you gotta lay I think like 700 to win $100 on Biden. So.
Oh, geez. So Vegas makes money no matter what, right? Of course. What am I saying? We all know that.
So yeah, I would.
I think my famous line in Vegas is there is no free drink. Just buy the bottle, put it by the table, because that drink could cost you a couple $100,000 waiting for a stupid $10 drink.
There you go. I would. If you got some pizza money, I say bet the other side, and hope it comes in. Even though I know Frank ain't gonna like that, but yeah.
I would take that Raider over game. I mean, what is that? 4 touchdowns would be on each side. You'd have to do 4 touchdowns each side, right? Would be 56? Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's doable. What do you guys think?
Well, if Phillip Rivers doesn't come out wearing a dress, maybe.
That's actually kind of a rivalry game when you think about it, with him in there.
Yeah, they have that.
Well, is there even a home team advantage? I mean, there's not even any fans in the stadium, right?
No, but they do have a different kind of mojo when they're playing there in Vegas than they did in the Black Hole. So,
I mean, I don't know. When you have a bunch of nothing out there, it's a little bit different. I don't know. What do you think, Trey? Does that make a difference these days?
It
Big
should.
difference.
Yeah, the home field advantage is nowhere the same. It's got to be like half of what it was.
I agree with Chabdog. I mean, I think
it's usually like 3 points. Now it's probably like 1 point.
It's like you're playing. Your home team advantage is in a green room. It doesn't count.
Well, and a good example of that today is the Falcons at the Chargers, and the Chargers opened a 1-point favorite. So you got Choker A versus Choker B.
I go with the Falcons all the way, baby.
Uh-huh.
But
Well, I mean, they do pump in some fake fan cheers for you, so I don't know if that
Yeah, but in LA, they'll pump in.
I don't think the players hear that. I think that's just for the audience, right?
No, the players can hear it too.
Do they mic it in?
Yeah, it's for the players. Try to get it a real feel for them, which makes no sense.
I'd like to go to one of these ghost stadiums. It's probably an eerie feeling if you're like one. How many people they usually allow in those? Maybe like the players, right? So you got both teams plus the management, coaches. What do you think they let in these days? A few hundred?
I think some of them have as many as 15,000 in the places that are less restrictive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have I think they can allow at least 20 to 25% capacity.
they had 17,000 fans in Gainesville for the Gators lost to the Tigers yesterday.
Wow.
So Florida, they don't have as many restrictions, I guess. And their fans in Miami.
That's why all of New York.
I was wondering why. I was curious as to why, like the Chargers playing home here in LA, but they can't play up there in Frisco.
Because that's a county. I think it was county made some stupid ordinance that they can't have a spectator. They just can't have the games there.
Yeah.
Well, when I was down seeing you yesterday in Manhattan Beach, everything was wide open like Miami. All the restaurants, people walking around, and earlier that day, Beverly Hills looked like a ghost town, like the ghost town I was in a couple of weeks ago.
No, they're going to get in trouble for that, I think, unless they don't enforce. They're just completely not enforcing it. I didn't think you could have restaurants open.
All the outside dining was open, people walking around. It looked like Miami.
If enough people don't comply, then they won't do nothing. You can't throw everybody in jail. So.
Well, Trey, Orange County just released. They're letting out 1,800 people out of prison pending. I hate to get off topic, but these are violent offenders pending trial. They're all going to let them all go. So, are they going to really put people in jail for trying to survive and opening up their outdoors with certain protocol? I don't know. Probably they will. Can you imagine if you had gone to jail? If you go to jail, if they're letting murderers out and people pending with violent crimes, and you go to jail for letting people dine outside with masks, that would be a sad day.
Yeah.
Well, there's all sorts of crazy shit going on in Seattle. They're trying to get rid of, so they're trying to change the law so if you commit a misdemeanor, you can get excused for that because if it's related to poverty or addiction. I mean, I can't imagine.
Does sex addiction count, B?
I just said addiction, so I guess you have.
I'm addicted to sex. I fully admit I'm a sex addict. I've been to SA Anonymous. I guess it's not so anonymous now, but does that mean I can get away with anything?
I don't think so.
Can I walk out of Starbucks without paying for my coffee and say, I'm a sex addict?
Did you meet David Duchovny while you were there?
I'm sure he's there. I missed that show, Californication. That was one of the faves.
I know, mine too. We resemble those.
Great show. Well, what I'm hearing is everyone from Cali is moving to Texas, and everyone from New York, including Goldman Sachs, is moving to Florida. Palm Beach, and Miami.
Yep. Boca.
Mm-hmm. Cowboys 17-0 over the Bengals.
Yeah,
I know. There goes our consensus pick, isn't it? We thought the Bengals would win that game.
Yeah.
If we would have bet on the Cowboys, it would have been the other way.
But these spreads, I tell you, I mean, they must have like 100 mathematicians or some kind of crazy algo to figure out these spreads, right?
Yes, they do, especially with football. They concentrate more on that because it's less games to focus on a weekly basis. That's why somebody like me, again, it goes back to soccer. I like betting soccer because on a Saturday, Sunday, there's over like 1,000 games, not pending COVID situations. So of those 1,000 games, I'm one of those guys who finds, 2, 3, 4 games that you can win money off of.
Well, no offense to my London boys, but I agree with Chabdog. It's a damn boring sport. 2-2, 2-3, 1-2. I mean, who wants to dedicate that much time? But Chabs, the rest of the world loves it. I don't know. Are we missing something?
Well, that's because it's the easiest game to play. You can just play it anywhere. You set up your goals, and that's the world's game. So people are all over the world are just in love with it, and that's what we have to accept. So, but
that's a good point. All you need is a ball, basically, and a couple sticks for a goal, and you can play that anywhere. So, very low level of entry, which brings in the world, to watch it because everyone can relate. And I remember when I was a kid, I played every sport. I was a catcher for baseball. I did basketball, wrestling, pretty much everything except for football. I did football for 3 months, but, it's too easy, and I didn't want to get too fat, so stopped that. But I think you're right. It's very easy entry level, but the masses, it's the number one sport in the world, isn't it, Trey?
Yes, it is. The United States, we need to catch up. I find soccer very exciting. Maybe because
of course, if that's what you're betting, you're making money. I'll find it exciting too. But I agree with Chabdog. I don't want to watch the damn game. Do you, Chabs?
I like the World Cup. That's what I will watch because I like the fans, particularly the ones from Brazil. They have some pretty attractive fans in South America.
Well, I don't. I would rather watch women's soccer.
Yeah, I like it when they blow those vuvuzelas.
I think if you look at it from an aspect, all sports is real silly. Football, you got to take the ball across the line. Basketball, you throw in a circle inside of a hoop. All of it's silly. What's
not silly, Trey? I disagree. Rugby, I think, is a real man sport. I wish rugby was big here, but it's just not.
Oh, come on. They have to throw the ball backwards and something?
But they actually hit each other. They don't wear helmets or face masks or any wimpy clothes like that. They just hit each other.
That's a man sport, B.
That's
a man sport. It's like, boxing went awry because now we have UFC, no holds barred. Rugby is the no holds barred sport. The combination, soccer? What would you call it? A hybrid of soccer, football? What do you think, Trey?
Yeah, I think so. Even though I don't know much about rugby, but I've watched a few games and it looks pretty rough. Give me.
I think we should integrate rugby with UFC fighting. Now we have a new sport that everyone will watch.
Yeah. Why don't you also throw in Australian rules football? That'll really make it great.
Well, that's rugby, I think, right? Pretty much. I mean, that's kind of I haven't watched Australian football lately, but isn't that kind of rugby?
There's a
I just want all
lifeline
chaos.
That's just
hockey's always going to get me is you got to be past a certain line. You can't get past this line. Pass. I don't know how to keep up with the crap.
Yeah, I mean, if they had soccer and they could pick up the ball and throw it, I think soccer, that's pretty much rugby. I mean, it would be a much better sport, right?
No opinion.
and make tackle, they go.
I'm still thinking that Raiders over point. That's probably the best bet today, huh?
All right. Well, we're running down to the end of the show, so I guess we could recap what's happened with the scores, and end with a clip, and pray for the world to stay together next week, and that's going to be interesting.
Amen.
But you want to go through the scores here, see how badly we've done so far? I can do it, or you can do it. It's Eric. It's up to you.
I'm getting them up as we speak, so stall another minute or more. Here they go.
All right. Well, I see that Kansas City scored, so it's now 10-7. But Miami, is trying to shock everybody with a win there, and it could happen, I think. Dallas is kicking the crap out of Cincinnati. That makes me feel a little.
Yeah, 17-0 Dallas. Cincinnati's got the ball. 4:35 to go in the half.
Tennessee is up 7-0 on Jacksonville. Jacksonville looks completely dead there.
Bears 14-7 over the Texans.
Oh, geez.
Yes.
Another consensus pick going down the drain.
Bears 25.
Uh-huh.
And Arizona is up on the Giants 6-0.
Pair of field goals. Broncos are up 6-0 over Carolina.
Broncos 6-0.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, but the Carolina's on Denver's 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Okay.
Well, that under
Titans 7-0 over Jags.
Yeah. And Tampa Bay they scored, so it's 7-6. Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And the other games are all in the afternoon. Well,
I'd like to end with
play
walking on a thin line, since the name of today's show.
Yeah, we have to end with that. I don't know if they want to hear you want to play a clip from. We could play a clip from Pelham 123 to end the show, and then play that song.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good clip there.
Yeah, that clip at the end when the guy sneezes in honor of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to thank everybody for calling in. This was quite a lively show. Thank you, Trey, and Frank.
Don't worry, we'll get him to practice it all week.
I hope you guys felt like we're able to get enough words in edgewise, because we did have Brian Leon, who is known to keep the sound going. And thank you for calling, Brian. I appreciate all the energy, and can have you back on whenever you'd like. And Brian Keller, Sports Rock. Check out Sports Rock. It's a great site, and very entertaining. Group. Anything you want to say about Sports Rock before we go?
Yeah, no, you guys can check it out. Facebook, it's Sports Rock with an asterisk. Facebook group. Join in. Have a weekly football contest. It's closed now, but you can follow along. Got sports and rock and roll music. Hey, I talked to Colvinder, by the way, Brandon. He called me yesterday.
Oh, what did he say?
Oh, he just wanted to let me know that he thought I was a great guy, and he wanted to tell me that he was there for me. And
oh yeah,
he's cool.
A nice guy.
Canadian there from Vancouver.
But he's a big Steelers fan as well. I know nobody wants to hear about that, but he is.
They're Steelers fans.
Well, I want to say I appreciate you guys having me and my brother Frank on the show. Really appreciate it. Had a lot of fun.
All right. Well, I hope you stay in touch. You guys are welcome back whenever you want. I sound like
great insight on the betting side. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, let's make some money. Trey, we want some more picks. I like your, I agree with Chabs. I don't want to watch soccer, but if you give us some good advice, I'm down to throw some money on that.
Yeah, let's talk about a joint venture on soccer.
That's the joke.
Sounds like there's fertile opportunities.
Whoever has the losing picks has to watch the game. How's that sound? They'll report to the rest of the team. Well, no offense to the rest of the world, because all my overseas boys love. No offense to Spain, no offense to UK, but I agree with Chabdog on that one. But it is a sport for everyone, right?
There you go. And I hope the information me and Frank provided today. I hope y'all make some money off the picks we gave and the ones I said I'm betting on. So. Lay your money there.
And how can people get a hold of you for your future picks, Trey?
You can hit me up on Twitter at The Great Wonder. That is The Great, the number 1ONEDER. And then Frank, you could give them your Twitter.
The Great Wonder. Wait, were you in Sexaholics too?
Don't make a fuck out of me.
I think we had a great wonder there. Oh man, I'm sorry. I think it was a big wonder. I can't remember. I gave up. I'm helpless.
All right. Well, we hit the 11 o'clock hour. I've got to go and do some legal work to pay for this show. So we're going to sign off. Eric, thank you for your production work.
What are you sucking his dick?
Couldn't have done this without you. And
all right, guys, have a good day. Good luck.
Yeah, we're gonna finish up with
why?
Well,
you tell
finish
me
up
where,
maybe
I'll
the
tell you
Pelham 1, 2, 3 and the song.
Right here. Can anyone verify that fact?
Pelham's on.
All right,
I'm on.
Let's break clip.
You were here all
right.
afternoon. Sleep in the afternoon. All afternoon? Well, till about an hour ago. But you heard about the hijacking, huh?
What hijacking?
The subway train.
So? You got to be kidding.
Do I look like I'm kidding? I mean, would I be here if I was kidding, mister?
Wait, we want to do a thing like that.
Hey, Zeke, you got a match?
No. You got a warrant? No. The Supreme Court says you have to have a warrant unless I'm under arrest.
Oh, yeah? Well, the way things are going, they're going to be changing that in about 10 minutes.
Mr. Longman, you got a match?
No.
That's all right. I'll get at the stove.
Huh? I'll get it. It's a little tricky. There's a tendency to explode here.
All right, Rico, let's go. Yeah?
Thanks, Mr. Longman.
Right.
Go on, Mr. Longman. We'll be back later.
Yeah? Listen, I know I got a gripe with it here. I know I got a bum rap, but I wouldn't do anything as stupid as what you just told me. What do you think, I'm a jerk? Just do me a big favor. Will you get the hell out of here, for Christ's sake?
Come on, Mr. Longman. We have to follow our leads. It's our job.
Yeah, big deal. Look, I got my rights. This is my home. I want a little peace. Well, just do me a little favor, will you? Get the hell out of here.
Sorry if we bothered you, Mr. Longman.
Come on, Rico.
Gesundheit.
Sometimes in my bed at night, I curse the dark and I pray for the light. And sometimes the light's no consolation.